So, here we go again. Here we go again? Yes, here we go again. We are still having questions about what happened that night. First of all, let me say this. For those who've been keeping close tabs, they know that it's a lot of people from that night that has passed. It's all them kids in there, they've died. Why? Why do you think? You haven't figured it out yet? Well, let me tell you this. First of all, no one should be judging anybody. Before, it was a lot of blame put on her mother for letting her have such leniency, being able to do things that only adults do. So people were kind of going towards the mother like, oh, she did wrong, and oh, she should have did this, and oh, she should have did that. But who are you to judge anybody about how they raise their children? Or who are you to say this is wrong? Things that may be wrong in your eyes may not be wrong in other people's eyes. So you have to kind of say, okay, this was her lifestyle. And from her lifestyle, this is what transpired. When you talk to people or talk to your children, you shouldn't say, oh, don't be like her. She was like this and then she wound up. No, but what you say was that maybe because she was around these people who didn't care for her, who were jealous of her, this happened. And this would be something that you warn your daughters about. These are something when you hear so when kids go on prom down here in Texas, they usually get hotel rooms. And usually my mom and dad would be like, you're not getting no hotel room. Are you crazy? What? But as my daughter and I last year for her birthday, we wind up going to a resort just to, birthday out. But it was loads of kids there. But one thing I told them, I said, look who they're with. It was their grandmama, their granddaddy, their mama, their daddy, their aunts, their uncle. They was all in the waiting room like, what's going on next? Where we going? Anybody doing that? Oh, they partying? Oh, okay. Well, we right here next door, anything that goes down. You have to know that when you give a child certain kind of freedom, that they going to take it and they going to do the most. Why? Because they're children. Why? They see you partying, they want to party. Why? They have been through so many different other things that they're like, what's this going to be from different? Why would this part be different? Why would something happen to me this time? We never know what might happen. But at the same time, we aren't here to judge. We're supposed to be here to say, okay, what do we need to do in order, one, to find justice, two, to make sure this doesn't happen again, three, make sure this doesn't happen again. Because it could be nobody that's prepared for someone to come to your door and tell you that your child has died due to foul play. Or your child was roaming somewhere drunk and then they wind up in a freezer dead. These aren't any things that none of us want. None of us want. So as we continue this same road we're going down, because remember, after all this transpired, after all this, it's been so much energy coming from this one case. Her family is still right now still working on this same case. Yeah, it was a lot of people that outreached, just a lot of people that sent money, it's a lot of people. But let me tell you something. It takes more to live now. So no, her mother's not doing better. Would you? If you lost your child, would you be able to visit certain places that reminded you of your child? No. So the thing is that through this whole process, we want to find out what was done wrong that we could make into a right. This case makes me think of nothing but awareness. Awareness of what's going on, awareness of what people do, awareness of what you do if you're not doing the right thing, where it can lead you. We want to make sure that through these times, we are continually in prayer that these things will not happen to us or anyone we know. Because this was horrible. This was the most, well, not the most, but it was one of the most horriblest cases I've ever seen. To find her in that freezer like that was even worse. If that freezer was only, 30-something degrees, how was she frozen solid so quickly? Well, it only take this long, but how was she frozen solid so quickly? Meaning, maybe she was in there a little bit longer than we all thought. Maybe those circumstances that led her there were very traumatic. Meaning that when she got put in that freezer, she didn't move not a bit. You know, when you somewhere and it's pretty cold and you guys are huddled up together, or you sitting up there doing work so you don't get cold? She didn't do any of that. That's how she got frozen so quickly. So she just laid there. What can you do to prevent this from happening again? What can you do to make sure that you don't have to worry about something like this happening to you? What do? It's a hard case this time. You want justice, but there's no way you can get justice from dead people. The people that was ultimately the big people that was ultimately behind this, you'll never hear their name. You'll never hear somebody say, oh, that night was actually came to be because of so-and-so and so-and-so. You'll never hear that. You'll always have someone throwing out bad information. You'll always have someone covering up what really went on that night. So if you get 7 of the right answers and 4 of the wrong answers, you don't know which one to actually believe, do you? You don't. The only thing that you can do is pray to God. Pray, and pray. Ask for forgiveness for whatever you have done. And ask never to be put in a situation like this. Be observant. You know when you're around someone that don't really care for you, but act like they're your best friend in the whole wide world. Yeah, you do. Be cautious. When your gut tells you something, go with your gut feeling. Remember, that night, she didn't even want to go there. That night, she was at the movies right down the street, remember? And then she went. They talked her into coming. Because in all actuality, Kanika was messing with somebody in the Waukegan area. Right? Remember how they said Kanika used to be with them all the time, right? Then all of a sudden she stopped hanging with them so much because she had found a new set of friends. Ones that was encouraging her to do the right things or go down this certain type of path, which her other friends really weren't into. Yeah, she had found her some new friends, and that's where she was going. And that's why I think it was so easy for people to turn their backs on her, because they knew she no longer really wanted to kick it with them. She knew that she was kind of not above them, but she's like, they okay with being there. I need to move forward. She knew that. And just when, like you always do, just when you finally say, okay, I'm done messing with y'all, something happens, pull you back in, right? Then the next thing you know, you're dead. Oh my goodness. This is not a laughing matter at all. It's just so heavy on my heart that somebody would even do something like this. But in Chicago, it's a dog-eat-dog world, my baby. You're going to either do or get done. So as we continually go down this path with no justice, well, no justice that we want to see. We want to see who is actually going to get blamed. We want to see those people that was involved that night. We want to see them all persecuted. But I am here to tell you, you're not going to see that. You'll never 100% know what happened that night. You'll never. Because it's too many different stories. It's too much covering up. It's too many lies. You get the truth. The truth is definitely in there. And you can definitely see all if you pay close attention. But for somebody to come out and say this and this and this and this, that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So let's continue to move forward. How do we continue to move forward? We pray about it, we give it to God, and then we start to move forward. What do? We educate our children so that they won't be in this same type of predicament, and then we move on. We continue to thank God for the things that He has blessed us with, and we move forward. We continue to thank God for the things that He has shown us, that has taught us, and we keep on moving forward. This case was just so hurtful to me. And to find out some things about her that I did was even more hurtful. And I felt so sad for her, because I felt she could have had better. But once again, I don't determine any of that. That's not my business. That's between her mother and God, or whomever and God. And the only thing that I can do is continue to show my sympathy, my empathy. That's all I can continue to do towards the family. No matter what their situation is, no matter what they have to go through, no matter what they done did in order to get what they do. Because guess what? It doesn't matter how much money you have and how much money you can give that will bring back your daughter. Would you have money or have a person? I definitely would have a person. So don't forget about none of this. Don't forget, you aren't here to judge anybody, because we all are sinners. Don't forget to continue to thank the Lord for blessing you to see another day. Continue to thank God for you not to be in a predicament like that. Those are the things that we should be looking after. Not if someone did this, or someone did that, or someone should have did this with this and that. That's none of your business. Once again, that's between whomever and God. The only thing that we actually should be doing right now is praying for her family, praying for her friends, praying for the people that were involved in this case. Why? Because no matter what, we are all children of God. You guys, I hope that it was good seeing all of you again, no doubt, no doubt. And please join me for later on for the what would we call them? The quotes and the phrases from God that I will be sending out in little videos. So please join me again, and therefore we can start back up again, because here we go. I love you guys. Many blessings, and you guys continue to stay strong.